So first off, the general Pelicans discussion we're going to have is about how horrendous they are, how they can get better. They're 1-11. Zion is out, and he's super overweight. You've all seen the photos. And now their Zion-less squad with Brandon Ingram and Devontae Graham and Jonas Valanciunas, it's not good enough. 1-11 apparently. I thought it was going to be better than that.
Yeah, so they're 29th in defense. They're 29th in defense at giving up 112 points per game. They're 27th in offense, scoring 101. They're they're pretty bad. Their true shooting is 51 for the team. Average true shooting for the NBA is about 57. So
yeah, they got worse as shooting from last year to this year, like personnel wise, even come into the season. And we knew they needed to get more shooters already.
Yeah. And they added better shooters. You would have thought that they would have gotten better, but I guess not. Volume doesn't mean efficiency.
I mean, they added Devontae Graham. I didn't think he was a good shooter. He might have that sort of reputation, but he's always been inefficient.
Yeah. And he's been inconsistent to start off the year. He's had some good games, but it hasn't mattered because they haven't won those games.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean 26 in turnovers too. This is just a sloppy team, not making shots, not making passes, not doing plays, not playing defense.
I said it before. I'll say it now. They should not have got rid of Lonzo Ball. They should not let him go. They had him restricted. They literally just could have matched the offer that he got in Chicago. And now he's having a great season over there. He just had an awesome game last night alongside ex-Laker Alex Caruso. The Bulls are fun again, and Lonzo Ball is a big part of that. And he was fun in New Orleans too. They were a fun squad last year when Zion was healthy. Zion likes Lonzo, and then they're just we're just gonna let him go.
Yeah, and now they lost that playmaker. They didn't really get one back. I mean, Devontae Graham's a good passer. I wouldn't say he's the floor general. They lost a floor general and got a decent passer.
Yeah, they brought back Satoransky too. They were we're gonna bring in two guys that have some of the qualities Lonzo has, but in two different guys, and we're gonna hope it equals the one. It's it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, Sato was the backup point guard for the Bulls. I mean, he was good. They didn't win games, but he played well. So, you can kind of look at that. But so the way I see it, the Pelicans have three options, right? So they can assume Zion will fix everything. When he comes back, we're going to be a playoff team. All this team is built around Zion. I mean, that's one argument is they're we built a team around a guy who's not even playing. So they have to learn to play basketball without him.
Sure. But what are they going to be? 3-20 when he comes back? And he's not going to pull them out of that. Season's already dead at that point.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say when he comes back, it will help out their offense a lot because he'll be able to collapse the opposing defense. And that's what this team's built around, open floor shooters like Valanciunas, Devontae Graham, Josh Hart. Obviously, Brandon Ingram will get his, but I don't know if it's going to really do as much as they want with them. Ideally, you want, when your best player's out, you want to be competitive still because that shows depth. That shows what the team really is, look at the Bucks. They're still in the playoff, top seeds, and they've had at least two of their starters out this whole season so far. At least per game, at least two starters have been out, minus the first game, which they look great in. So I'm not too worried about the Bucks. I'm super worried about the Pelicans. But he will help their half-court offense at least, and half-court defense. Their transition defense will still be horrible without him. Yeah. But he does help out their half-court defense. He's huge. You can't just move him. And obviously he's going to help out their offense in those ways, but I don't think that's the best option. Second option I see is if he's out for a while, just trade Valanciunas, trade VI, maybe Devontae Graham can stay. He's been a decent part. Throw Sato in some trades. I think they can reset almost, not a rebuild, but reset to better. Like there's teams that I know would love Brandon Ingram, and I have 2 trades that I put together that could possibly be decent for this team. But I think you make the trades while you can. I mean, if Zion's going to be out for a while, just do what the Warriors did. Be bad, get back some talent, maybe trade that talent away for a better star. I mean, right now they don't. Who's their
Warriors
best young
didn't do
player?
that.
Yeah,
They
well,
didn't trade away their star for
you're right.
random picks and players.
However, I mean, they had D'Lo.
I mean, you have
D'Lo
Brandon. Yeah, okay. You have Brandon Ingram in the building. You're not going to be able to get somebody better than him. So I don't see the point in trading him with how young he is. I mean,
I'm not saying better. I'm saying more complimentary to Zion. I don't think he's the best fit next to Zion. I think typically when you have a really nice forward, you don't like look at Paul George and Kawhi, right? When your best 2 players are 2 forwards, it's hard to get past that. But like when it's like Chris Middleton, who's effectively a guard, and like I mean, depends how you like look at Chris Middleton and Giannis. You look at LeBron's effectively a guard next to Anthony Davis. Like typically, you want that guard plus center and forward.
yeah, but
And
Ingram is a jump shooter. He's a volume mid-range and 3-point scorer. So I'm not sure it's clogging the lanes a whole lot with Zion.
It's not. However, Zion really needs a nice playmaker, like an elite playmaker. I mean, if they want to be a championship team, they're going to need an elite playmaker, period. And I think, I mean, obviously, Dame for BI is out there, but I don't think that's available right now. But and that's not also what the trade I have. Like that's obviously ideal. I just think there's some possible trades to do a reset almost. I just threw out some trades that are more possible, maybe not make the most sense, but we'll mix up. I mean, it's not working. It's not.
Let's hear the trades.
So, first trade is actually with the Timberwolves. It's they give up Sato and Brandon Ingram and they get Patrick Beverly, D'Angelo Russell, and a 2nd-round pick. So immediately they're trading away the better player, but they get a guy who, I mean, he did well in Golden State. He did well with the Nets. Maybe it's just that an already bad defensive team adds a bad defensive point guard with the Timberwolves. Maybe adding, I mean, they're bad. The Pelicans are bad defensively, but maybe him next to Zion will be a lot better. It's shown that he can play well with big men when he played with Jared Allen. Didn't really play with some big men. But he does do well when Cat's on the floor. I mean, last season, at least, not this season. But I think he would work a lot better next to Zion because Zion's going to open lanes even more than he has now because he's shown he can hit the open shot. It's just these stupid contested shots D'Angelo keeps trying to take. And they get a good veteran, a dog, good guy for defense and Pat Bev. I mean, they get rid of Sato. Whatever. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably do it for both. I mean, I do it for the Wolves. I don't know if I do it as the Pelicans, but as a Pelican, I think you would want somebody a little bit better than D'Lo. If you're getting him on that salary, like I think you could take someone worse than D'Lo, like at Tyrese Halliburton. If it's someone on like a rookie scale contract, where it's not like they're tied to it if the guy ends up not being worth it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. But so here's my second trade. This one I actually like a little more. It's the Raptor. It's with the Raptors. The Pelicans give up Satoransky, Brandon Ingram, and Kyra Lewis Jr. and they get back Goran Dragic and Pascal Siakam. So obviously they get a point guard. He's not an elite passer, but he's a serviceable. Like he went to the finals as the starting point guard for the Heat. I mean, that was 2 years ago, and he's still getting old, but a nice veteran to get in there to this young team is nice. Pascal is a champion. Like he's had an off season and a half, but he's shown that he can be an improvement. And now he's in a clogged system with a ton of forwards, and I think he can certainly work. I mean, if he can work next to Kawhi, I mean, it's still kind of that same issue about 2 main forwards next to each other, but he won a championship with Kawhi. He did something right. So him next to Zion would be nice. And Goran Dragic obviously doesn't want to be at the Raptors, so they get a nice veteran there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Raptors, I don't know why you would want Brandon Ingram over Pascal Siakam necessarily. I think if you're trading Siakam away, you're looking to get a guard or a center. So
Yeah.
not sure it works out for them in that case, but I like it for the Pelicans.
Yeah. I mean, they just need something mixed up. What they're doing now doesn't work, which brings me to the third option is just do nothing, wait for Zion to get back and push for it to be a fringe.
I thought that was
team.
option one.
No, option one was just to wait, let Zion not rush. This one, the difference is this one rushes him back from injury, and the other one's like, dude, take your time. But we're not going to.
They're obviously not going to rush him back. I mean,
yeah. Well, I
don't
they're just losing wins.
He might rush himself back, but
yeah, I'm not saying this is the best option. I'm just saying like they could just rush him back, be like, come on, man, we got to win games. Obviously, this is the worst option, but none of these options are ideal, I guess. I'm with option two. I'm saying mix up the team, throw around some trades. Brandon Ingram hasn't worked next to Zion yet. I think not that he's a bad player. I think that they just need a more complimentary player. And that's what they should be going out trying to get.